first things first I need to ask is, what is going on? This photo, you both posted it. I need to know the backstory.
So the backstory there is, so she lived in that costume.
Yes.
She was in that for a very long time. And I had a chat with our costume designer, Gwen, and I said, I really feel like on our last day, I need to wear it, just, in solidarity. And so on our very last setup of the entire movie, before we all wrapped, I snuck off, put the outfit on, and no one knew I was doing it. And then I walked onto set in that outfit and just casually strolled in. And I was like, okay, guys, we're ready, let's go. And I remember Megan, she literally crumpled. She was cracking up, and it was really, really, really funny. And then the highlight of it for me was, we had our wrap party, and an unnamed, totally random crew member, like a big burly dude, came up to me at the bar and was like, yeah, you look pretty good in that.
You pull it off well.
I was like, okay. It was really funny.
Red
But
looks good.
the crew had a big laugh.
Did you do a who wore it better between you guys?
You just look at the photo and you decide.
It's Megan. The
It is
answer
Megan. She's beautiful. Yeah, she's a knockout, and gorgeous in that outfit. So.
And, for you, I saw you posted on Instagram today just saying how big of a deal it is to have this movie opening at the Chinese theater tonight, especially as, someone who was a young gay man who didn't think that this would happen.
Mm-hmm.
I know this isn't your first film, not even close to that, but what makes this so special?
I think you hit these little moments and these markers in your life, and I think tonight is so special for me because I grew up in that theater.
Yeah.
I saw The Empire Strikes Back in that theater. I saw a lot of movies in that theater, and it was sort of once I really decided that I wanted to make movies for a living too, it really was my temple. And if there was a movie playing there, I would see it. And so to have the opportunity to stand on that stage and introduce my own movie, is a dream come true. It's like winning an Oscar for me, to be there. And so it's just a really special moment for me.
I would say it's the first place I went to when I came out to LA. Of course, you
it's
go to the Walk of Fame, you take a picture in front of the Chinese theater.
It's an iconic theater. It's the most beautiful, magnificent theater in the country, I think.
The renovations they did.
The renovation is incredible. The scale of it, the picture, the sound, all of it. So it's yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I know you also mentioned, you wished your parents could be around to see it. Were they horror/thriller fans?
Not both of them.
Okay.
Definitely not both of them. My dad was a hardcore horror fan, and he was the reason I even got into the genre. He and I watched horror movies a lot together. And he thought they were so cool, and he used to always say, oh, I wish I could make these. And he always said, but I'm in a box, creatively. And so I always kind of viewed my whole career as an alter ego of his, an extension of what he wanted to do but couldn't do. And so we watched them together. My mother hated them.
Not so much.
She hated my obsession with them. She thought that I was going to become a serial killer.
As a horror fan, I can relate.
Yeah, right. That's what happens.
And you've been doing these films with Blumhouse. I think it's 15 years now, 20 years?
It's been a while.
It might even be 20.
It's been a long time.
A lot of horror movies, a lot of thrillers. Is that kind of the genre you want to stick in, or are there things you want to?
There's other stuff that I would love to do and definitely want to do, and I have dabbled here and there in some other places and parts, and even my Netflix movie, which was called We Have a Ghost.
Yeah.
That was really a family film. It was it's like if E.T. had a baby with Poltergeist or something, you know what I mean? It was sort of a weird amalgamation of things, but it was my Amblin movie. I think it's always about trying to push myself creatively and explore things that I'm excited about and try and find things that are really character-driven and message-driven, because that's another thing that changed a lot for me. Pre-marriage and pre-kids, I think I was relatively cynical about things and had a pretty dark worldview, and I think that really sort of came out in some of the work. And then after sort of getting married and having kids, just really thinking about the kinds of things that I wanted to put out into the world. And it doesn't mean that I don't, like, you look at a movie like Freaky, which is like beyond violent and gory and inappropriate, but it also has a really sweet message to it. And so I still was trying to find, and that's been sort of I feel like one of the, if I have a brand, you know, I've joked that I make feel-good horror.
It's true. The sentimentality is there.
Yeah, I think that's something that
too
I
much
probably,
in either direction.
Yeah, and I think I got a lot of that from my dad. But it's like my way of doing it, you know? So, yeah.
And I'm curious for you, because obviously this movie jumped into production right after the Scream stuff happened. Do you see this as like another door opens, one closes
Absolutely.
kind of thing? Does that help you kind of move forward from
It's
that?
not even like it just helps me. It's just, it feels like a fact, you know? It's like you look back on, I think you look back on any hardship or difficult thing that you went through, and in hindsight, hopefully you look at it and go, oh, it was supposed to happen that way, you know? And I was supposed to make Drop and not Scream 7, and Kevin Williamson was supposed to make Scream 7. So it all feels like it unfolded the way it should. It's just not always pleasant when it's happening, you know? But like, I look back on the whole thing now, you know, feeling very good about all of it and wishing everyone well, you know? It was a really fraught situation with a lot of feelings and a lot of complicated feelings. So, you know, I'm glad it's in the past.
And it looks like everyone kind of is moving forward.
Everybody
You're all
moved on.
commenting on everyone's Instagram posts.
Yeah, we all
Everyone's
love each
excited
other.
for everyone's projects.
Yeah, we're just, you know, I think everyone is more sort of focused on supporting each other and cheering each other on instead of like tearing each other apart and trying to point fingers and do all that shit, which it doesn't do any good.
No, brings you nowhere.
Yeah.
Instead, you have a great movie to show for it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And now I am a huge Happy Death Day fan. Every time I've had an interview with anyone associated, I've always asked about a third one, a crossover with Freaky. We finally now know something is
brewing.
development.
Something is brewing. So we're finally like, you know, the door's gotten pushed open again, and we're having those conversations, and I hope it happens.
I know there's no script yet. You've talked about having wild ideas.
Oh, I've had the same idea. It hasn't been a changing thing. It's been like a very fixed thing, and that's why we were so excited about it, because it really is sort of a conclusion to the trilogy, and it also kind of takes the time loop sort of subgenre in a very new direction, which I was excited about.
I'll take that. This movie, it does seem like a date night red eye. I know you've said that you love red eye. I am a huge fan of that. Just obviously Wes Craven has some sort of an influence on you, as I think any horror director. But who really are those touchstone people for you, or movies for you that you return back to?
I mean, if we're talking horror and directors, I mean, it's definitely Wes. I mean, you know, John Carpenter is like my ultimate, you know, like the Halloween, The Thing, you know, so many movies on constant rotation. I can't wait. It was so funny. I was just talking to my kids about The Fog. And I'm really excited. I was like, when am I allowed to show them The Fog?
I mean, you posted a picture of your kids at Hard Eyes, or at least posted
They did
with the
not
poster.
see it.
Okay.
They did not see it. We were going to see a kid movie.
Okay.
And we were in the hall of the cinema, and the poster was up. And I know a lot of people thought like I just took them to go see Hard Eyes, like, which is, you know.
I don't know.
I would have watched it at their age, but I don't think it's appropriate.
But The Fog coming soon for them.
Coming soon for them.